I understand your situation and I got pretty much details on it. First of all, it is very important to understand that committing a suicide is never the solution to the problem, because it does not help anyone, especially you. You will just be probably thinking that that is the solution, or that will just take you away from the so-called problems, but it won't. There is another lady and she is also facing the same issue. She also has a little child and she also knows for sure that her husband is doing certain things out of the relationship. So first of all, understand that this is common today. Okay, it is not just happening with you, or nothing is wrong or bad with you due to which this is happening with you. This is pretty common in the world today, and majority of the husbands or even wives, not just men, even women are doing this out of the marriage in the world today. Now, you committing something that is wrong has got nothing to do with what your partner is doing, or what your child is doing, or what your mother-in-law is doing, or what your parents are doing, or what your relatives or sister or brother is doing. Why has it got anything to do with anyone else? You are an individual. You are a creator of your own life. You can create, you can enjoy your life the way you want, and everything that is coming to you is by the virtue of your own thoughts and vibrations. You are a loving being. You are able to receive love and give love, not from this one person but from many other people. So there is really no relation between him doing something which causing you to do something else. If he is doing something wrong, how are you doing right by committing something like this? How are you right? Are you right here? No. So if you are not right, how can you call someone else wrong? Right? He is already doing something wrong and you are also doing something wrong then. So what is the point really? Right? You need to understand that he is an individual having his own thoughts, having his own freedom. Yes, he is not doing things which are probably very ethical according to us, according to the society, but in this mode, in this way, you cannot even stop him anyway. Why? Is because you are not stable and you are not empowered right now, as of today, right now. Tomorrow maybe you will empower after listening to this message or after practicing some mind exercises and all that. But as of right now, you cannot hold him back. Maybe there are some external means to do that, like showing him the law or something like that. But that is not really what you want, right? I mean, even by threatening him, he will come back to you. He will try to listen to you. He will do things that you want just to be away from the threats or to be away from the legal issues and all of that. But is that what you want? No. You want him to love you. That is what you want. I'm sure. Every person, even I don't just want that person to not be with anybody else. I would want that person to be with me. Right? You don't just want someone not to be with someone else and still not be with you. Right? I'm repeating this for your better understanding. If he is not with anybody else and still he is not with you, what is the point in having him? You want him to be with you. You want him to love you. That is what you want. You do not just want loyalty in that one sense, in that physical, sexual manner, but you want loyalty in terms of his love, his respect towards you. That is what you want, right? Just ask yourself if that is what you want. That is the first thing that we all want. First thing. There are many other things we want. We want the partner to give us roses also. We want the partner to give us gifts also. But there is something known as priority, right? There are things, if you make a list of the priorities that you want from your partner, the topmost thing will be that he loves me, period. That is the very first thing that anybody wants. If not, that is what you should want from your partner. Okay, this is what I am suggesting you. That is what you should want. Now, who will love you? The one who finds love in you will love you. Who is attracted to a person who is depressed, sad, wants to commit a suicide? Nobody. A soul automatically knows the kind of vibrations that another soul, especially the soul that is close to him, emits. So if you are constantly emitting thoughts and vibrations of insecurity, he cannot give you that security. If you are emitting thoughts and vibrations of sadness, he cannot give you happiness. If you are constantly emitting thoughts of worry, fear, anxiety, he cannot give you love, peace and loyalty. If you are constantly emitting thoughts of unfaithfulness about him, he cannot give you faithfulness. This is how it is. No matter how much you do externally, how much actions you take outside, it will not work. Unless and until you stabilize yourself, he cannot come back to you. You just think about this. You yourself said that you don't want to stay with him because of these issues. So that means you want to stay with his version, which is loving, caring, faithful, understanding and stable, right? So if you want to live with such a positive person, don't you think he also wants to live with such a positive person as you? He wants to, yes. And that is what you are probably missing. Now you may say that he is physically attracted to someone else, but if you understand spirituality, if you understand energy, if you understand the law of attraction, love, peace, stability, all of these things overpower physical attraction towards something else. So love is always at a higher level than sexual attraction. So that is not the only attraction he has. He somewhere also wants that level of acceptance, that level of freedom to express himself, that level of unconditionalness which he is probably getting from the other end and not from your end somewhere. Maybe you are doing all of your responsibilities, but what about that unconditionalness? Is that within you? Maybe when he started doing these things, that is where probably there was some lack of unconditionalness within you. Maybe you were binding him somewhere deep within. It is very subtle and very small, very minute, maybe very tiny within you, but it is there. And every phase that occurs in life is to teach you this only, especially with all of us. If such sad things happen, I think if such unpleasant, shocking or unwanted things happen with us, it is only to teach us unconditionalness. And once you inculcate that unconditionalness within you, things change. You cannot just continue to crib or be sad about this and still expect the best from the other person. That is simply not possible. External actions are very easy to take. Going away from him is easy, is possible. You will be able to convince your parents and relatives. They will be sad for a few days, but they will accept that after a few days. Initially they will force you, they will shout at him, they will try to take all the external actions. That is possible, but it is your choice. I cannot give you the choice. The choice is whether I want to stay with my husband or I do not want to stay with my husband. It is your choice. I cannot force the choice onto you. I cannot put those words in your mouth. I cannot put those thoughts in your mind. But all I can say is that it is your choice. Choose wisely. What I would personally do now after my awakening is work on myself. If I were a wife of a guy or of a husband, what I would focus on based on all of this knowledge is self. Doubly enjoy your life. Enjoy your personal life doubly. Okay? At least you are somewhere financially able to be a bit independent. At least you are able to find a job. Right? At least you are able to stay happy and live in that environment. Now you did not write it in your message, but he is not physically doing anything to you, right? I think emotional pain is very easy to solve. Emotional, vibrational, thought related, energy related pain and trouble is very, very, very easy to solve. We just don't do it because we are very adamant and we just don't want to change our thoughts and become positive. That is why we don't do it. But physical pain, physical torture by someone else, physical overpowerment by someone else is a bit harder to deal with in that sense. I hope you get what I am trying to say here, that if someone is trying to hold me back physically, it is very difficult for me to set myself free from that person. But if someone is mentally trying to, harass me, it is very, very easy to deal with that, because mind is invisible, mind is flexible, mind is like water, like air, like any moldable thing that you can change very easily. So what I would recommend you is, for a phase, I recommended the same thing to that lady as well. Let him be the way he wants to be. For a few weeks, for a few months, let him be the way he wants to be. Let him be. Whether you stay with him or leave him, he is anyway not going to change. So for a few weeks, let him be the way he wants to be. Let him do whatever he wants to do. You build yourself as a person. Yes, you broke the rule. You did break the rule of not focusing on the positive, not focusing on the focus shifter, not building the positive thoughts, and especially not concentrating enough on the 30 days fun spiritual workshop. You did break the rule. But if you can develop yourself internally, this is only energy problem. This is not loyalty problem as much as it is energy problem. There is an energy mismatch in you too. That is why he is going away from you, that he is wanting or he is thinking of. This is just a phase. Of course, he will realize and come back to you when you build yourself as a person. Running away from the problem is never ever the solution. This is not a long-term solution. We are thinking of something long-term. You want to stay with him. Even if he is disloyal to you now, what if he realizes tomorrow that, oh, I did a big mistake in my life by doing such things, and I really want to go back to my wife. If he realizes and comes back to you, will you not accept him unconditionally? Will you at that time say that, no, you were wrong, you were unfaithful to me, now you cannot come back to me? When especially he is saying that, no, I am completely sorry, I realized my mistake 100%, and I just now want to be yours forever. Will you not accept such a person? I would, certainly. I mean, I can tell you that I have had an ex in my life, an ex-partner, and if he comes back to me, I will certainly accept him. Of course, a changed version. If he realizes his mistakes and comes back to me, I will definitely accept that partner for sure, with open heart, with open arms, completely. So, build yourself. If he's doing something for months now, for the next 30 days, if you spend building yourself and let him be the way he is, set him free completely, let him be the way he wants to be, build yourself as a person, build your energy, build your vibrations, focus only on the positive aspects of your life, of him, whatever positive is happening in your life. Like you have a baby, you are able to nurture the baby, you are able to help the baby grow, you are able to put proper energy into the baby. Because by this energy, the baby will obviously be affected. By constant negativity in your mind, it will naturally and obviously affect the baby, and later that baby will also be sad in his life. So try not to do that, right? Try to stay positive. Try to understand the laws of the universe. Try to understand why this happens and how this happens. Not from a physical perspective, physical material life perspective, but from a vibrational energy perspective. That somewhere I was probably being conditional towards him. That is why he is trying to be free and try to find someone who can wholly accept him. And according to his limited understanding, he is somewhere finding only one thing as unconditional love, which is not which I understand, but I now need to build myself as a woman, as a soul, as an energy, as vibration. And once I change myself, gradually I will see changes in my life. Now this happens for sure, this has happened with many people, but the first thing to do is just realize, if there is a bird, a very tiny sweet little bird, if you try to hold on to that bird tightly, that bird will try its best to escape from you. But if you just let loose of your palms, that bird will naturally come and sit on your palms. This is exactly how it works. Same thing with a cat. If you have a cat in the house, and if you forcefully try to pick the cat and put it on your laps and cuddle it, it will always run away from you. But if you become stable, if you just lie down calmly, naturally on your bed, that cat automatically comes and sits on your laps. And then if you cuddle the cat, it will enjoy that, and you will enjoy that the most. So if you take actions now, if you try to go and talk to him now with this kind of energy, it will always backfire. It will never work. There will be even more rifts. There will be even more gaps. There will be a miscommunication and something that you don't want. If you change and then go and talk to him, if you build yourself over the next 15 days maybe, but actually build, okay? I'm not talking about you again thinking negative about this, you again cribbing about this, you again being sad about this. If you can focus completely 100% positively for the next 15 days, and then when you realize that yes, I am feeling a bit better, I am being more unconditional in life, I don't even care about him, whatever he is doing, let him do, let that negativity get lost from my mind completely, not that person, okay? You want that person, but the negativity that you have associated in your mind about that person, let go of that. Just let that get lost. Let that negativity get lost from your mind. If you can do this for 15 days, you will definitely see a change in your energy. And when you see that change in your energy, only after you see the change in your energy, your own energy, and you experience a bit more empowerment, you will feel more powerful, you're more natural, more loving towards him naturally. Okay, not a forceful, obsessive love, but a very natural, empowered love when you feel towards him. When you go and talk to him in that energy state, that is when changes will start happening. If you talk about loyalty right now, today, tomorrow, it will not work because you are negative right now. No soul wants to be around the negative soul. As simple as that. Make yourself, change yourself. Let him observe that this, let that soul, he will not observe through his eyes and nose or, through his conscious sensory perception. He will not be able to do that. But that inner soul that he has, do you believe that he also has that inner connection, that inner being, that connection with God somewhere? He also has that. When that inner soul that he has within himself, when that inner soul recognizes subconsciously and unconsciously that, oh, this soul who is moving around me is so much powerful, is so much loving, is so much accepting. Acceptance is all each person wants in this world. So when that soul naturally knows that you are an accepting being, there is an accepting being walking around me in the house, that is when that soul will automatically come. You will definitely see changes, but the focus should be for the next 15 days only. Do everything in a positive manner. Think positive, start thinking positive, focus on changing your energy in any way that you can. Enjoy your life doubly. Now, in small ways, I'm not talking about big ways, I'm talking about small things. Just delete him for a few days from your equation, from your mind. Delete him. Live like as if you are a single person and there is a sweet little baby next to you also. Be like that, just assume that you are completely a individual. Focus on yourself as an individual. Build your energy in 15 days. You will definitely see changes. And then after that, if you have strongly this thought that no, I really don't want to stay with him, I'll give you the other option also, but think about this option later, not right now. Do not just jump to a conclusion. After 15, 20, 30 days of building energy, okay? Of building energy is important, not just after 30 days. Because if you stay the same after 30 days, there's no use of this. So all that I have spoken will be a waste. So if after 30 days of conscious practice of building your energy, at that time, if you are still thinking that no, I really am, not very happy about this married life, in that case, then the action that you take after having built your energy will be empowering. That will convince everyone around you of this situation. Now, right now, if you try to convince everyone because you are negative, the law of attraction will only bring out the negative thoughts from them, the negative responses from them. But when you become completely a positive individual, and then when you go and talk anything, it could be patching up with this husband, it could be discussing directly on the face loyalty issues with this husband, or it could be saying that let's take a break, let's separate. Even if that is the discussion, anything that is a discussion with positivity will evoke only positive response from the other end. That is for sure. But you have to be very, very positive for that. You can do it. You have been doing it and you can do it. So just do it. Go ahead and do it. Nothing is more important than you. Nothing is more important than the fact that your thoughts, your feelings matter to you. Nothing is more important than knowing that you can create anything that you want in your life. Yes, I just thought this, I just got this thought, and I would like to say that again. Nothing is more important than knowing that I can create anything that I desire in my life. So you can create that loyal relationship back in this married relationship. How? Is by making use of the law of attraction. But how does the law of attraction work? The law of attraction responds to your thoughts and feelings. Simple. Change your thoughts and feelings, your external situations will change. This is how it works. It is not just because I am saying, the world is trying this out. The world is actually seeing results from this. But how? Is temporarily delete from your mind the negative elements in your life. Then even if it is temporarily deleting your husband from your thoughts, do that. Do anything that you can do to stay positive, and the law of attraction will bring back only positivity to you.